Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Talisman Star Wars. Thanks so much for all your comments, your likes, your dislikes, and yeah, your overall interest really overwhelmed. A lot of you guys obviously want to see, apparently want to see this game, so I'm really more than happy to keep playing. There were some minor goofs during my last playthrough, but I think overall I was okay. I was being asked by Michael to basically show you the miniatures or the bus in more detail. So maybe, yeah, let's simply do that now. So let's see if this works out in any way. I'm trying my little slider here. So those are the miniatures. If you want to see something in particular, maybe I will definitely zoom in a second on Ahsoka and Darth Maul, and I must say really the quality of those busts is really great. I really like them a lot. I'm typically not very good at painting, but here I'm really tempted to at least consider it to some extent, or maybe I will ask someone from you if they would be willing to paint those minis for me. Of course not for free, but here I think it really could make sense. Personally, I think they look gorgeous. Okay, I think with that being said, we can move back to the game. One thing that I definitely forgot was to trigger this ability here. Whenever you exchange medals to gain strength or will, take one destiny token from the supply. And yes, she did level up, obviously, so this is something I will take back again. Here it's not so much of a solo kind of game, so I'm really not favoring any of those two characters, even though yes, I do like Ahsoka. I mentioned that before. So when I spot something like this, I will basically repair this. The next thing is in respect to Ahsoka's fourth skill here. Whenever you roll a die for battle, you may discard a 4th skill card to re-roll that die and add 1 to the result. I was and I am still not sure if you can mix and match that together with a destiny roll. With the rules as written, I would say yes, I'm allowed to do that. So I will continue playing it this way. It seems powerful, but on the other hand, Darth Maul has a very strong ability there too. And the next thing is, nowhere on this card does it say you are only allowed to use those skills only once per turn. So yeah, most of those things simply only happen pretty much once per turn. You only arrive once per turn on another player's space, unless you're moved somewhere else. So I think whenever is really whenever. So she could really spend more than just one skill card and trigger that ability. That's how I will interpret this rule as of now. If you disagree, let me know and why, and maybe it's already mentioned somewhere. But I also went through the rules. It doesn't really tell me in the rules that you can only use those ability once per round. Whatever. I believe in Talisman there are character cards which specifically say that you can only do this and that only once per turn. But here it's very, very unclear. That's how I will play it, like it or not, or maybe, yeah, make me think otherwise. So if you have a strong case, strong argument, or can back it up with actual rules, then I will absolutely more than happy to oblige here. Okay, let's get back to the game. Ahsoka is next. So let's finally roll some dice here. She failed to defeat that Imperial Stormtrooper there. That's a 4. That's Coruscant again. I think Coruscant is nice. On the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. She could go to the Jama, spending her last credit. But I think moving to Coruscant is the better deal. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, let's see what encounter we are drawing here. A TIE Bomber. So she didn't defeat the Stormtrooper. So let's try a TIE Bomber instead. And this one would be pretty powerful for her, but it's not a confident for her. It's only for Darth Maul, obviously, and that's it. Wow, a strength of 6. Okay, let's keep rolling. Does she have something that would help her right now? I don't think so. I mean, if she would defeat the TIE Bomber here, this would be amazing, because this would allow her to level up in strength, which is never a bad thing. Again, same rule applies. This lighter color here is my jPlay die. That's for Ahsoka, or for the characters. Yeah, that's definitely not enough. And even the reroll won't cut it. So yeah, she's unfortunately losing her life point here. So that's bringing her down to 4. Right now, I'm not sure, actually. Shouldn't she have lost another life point from that Imperial Stormtrooper? Huh. I don't know. Let's roll for Darth Maul. I think he didn't have... I think he defeated General Organa recently. That was pretty cool. And that's a 5. With a 5, he could move down to Ryloth. And if you are Dark Aligned, okay, we would lose 1 health. He is Dark Aligned, so obviously he's not moving down to Ryloth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think he may want to go back to Hera Syndulla now. And right now she only has a will of 2, which is something I think it's really beatable actually. And yeah, why not? So let's move back to Hera Syndulla. Obviously, we are not drawing a new card because a card is already here. Darth Maul has a will of 3, she has a will of 2, and when you play Talisman with the, I think, Blood Moon expansion, which I typically always do, you have this day and night mechanic, which I really quite like actually. Then she could be stronger, but I think in the universe it doesn't really matter to talk about day and night, I guess. And that's a 2 versus 2, which is okay. He was able to defeat Hera Syndulla. Man, all my cool characters are out of here. So that's another, yeah, that's only a will point. So we cannot mix and match will with strength together. So unfortunately, he's not allowed to level up any of those. But sooner or later, he will do so. So I think that's a good preparation. Then we are moving back to Ahsoka, who had to deal with this awful TIE bomber down there. And the idea is moving back towards this direction because there is still an X-Wing waiting for her, and Imperial Stormtrooper is also beatable, I would say. And that's a 6, yeah. She could move to Takobo, where she would have to roll a die, or she could move to the open space. I mean, rolling a die, she could be able to draw a 4-skill card and draw. I think that's worth the risk. Yeah, let's do that. So we are moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into Takobo. When you arrive here, roll a die, battle an ID9 Seeker droid with will of 2, lose a turn, nothing happens. So most likely nothing will happen. Let's see if I can simply do that here. I think we should be good. So we won a 6 actually, and here I would maybe consider doing a re-roll, and that's a 5. A 5 is nothing, right? That's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, she could lose a turn, but rolling that die is not the worst thing in the world, but really, hoping for a 6 now. Why not? The Force is strong with her, so we are spending our Destiny token. It can be way worse, mark my words. And no! She's amazing. She's a star. So again, this means gain 1 strength and draw a 4-skill card. Amazing! The strength alone is great, and here in this case it's capped, by the way. You cannot have more than 12 strength or willpower. I believe it was 12, which is typically something you don't encounter in Talisman. Then we are drawing our 4th skill card, so let's see what we get, and that's Levitation. Oh, it's basically of her alignment, which is great. And this seems to be a rather lame one. You may carry 4 additional items for the duration of the game. Okay, of the game. I misinterpreted this. So if we can hold on to this, it's a pretty powerful card, actually. I think I take it. Back to Darth Maul, and that's a 2. We could go to the asteroid field. I think we can then move over to Naboo through the asteroid field. On the other side, we could move to Kiros, where we would have to roll 2 dice now. And this one seems to be very tempting, actually. 1 and 2, roll 2 dice, and then we may pay any number of gold coins to subtract or add 1 from the result for each gold coins paid. And wow, I mean, gain 1 will and take another turn. I mean, they're really amazing things to achieve here. So yeah, let's totally do that. And in this case, I don't have my second die here. I will simply use the standard dice that come with the game. So let's see about that. That's a 5. What is a 5? 5 to 9 is nothing happens. I could now pay 1 gold coin to make it a 4. And what is a 4? Draw a 4th skill card, which is also not bad actually for him. I think we are doing this. Yes, amazing. We will totally do that. So this is the galactic credit. And here is the 4th skill card. I will not show these cards to you. I think I will only play open with Ahsoka. So at least you have some surprises here. Keep in mind he can spend or discard that card to pretty much roll 2 dice during a turn and choose one of those. So also a very powerful ability actually. And then yeah, it's Ahsoka's turn again. And I believe again I forgot to award her with a destiny, because whenever she gains or exchanging medals, take 1 destiny from the supply. Wow, I think she's really powerful. That's a 2. She could move back to Tatooine down here, or she could go to the Javas. I don't know. I think she might really try to get rid of the Imperial troopers. She upped her strength, so it's at least a chance. Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's get rid of some stormtroopers here. 1 and 2. We are rolling the dice for those 2 guys. 3 versus 4 it's now. And again, I'm really not doing well in respect to those fights. Should she now? I mean, she could give up one of her, but it's really not that important. On the other hand, she doesn't necessarily want to lose another life point, because if you're losing the life, then I'm out. And I'm pretty sure I will play it this way, that I'm pretty much used to KO rule. If a character dies, then that's that. I will basically stop playing at that point in time, because that's what's typically happening in Talisman. When you're really out, when you're dying, then it's really bad. In this case, you use the rule where you inherit the stuff from your character. That's a standard rule here. In Talisman 4th edition, that's an optional rule, which I always encourage you to use. But you're really still back to square one to some extent. So typically depends on when things happen. When it's early, then yes, you have a chance, but during the later steps of the game, I'm pretty sure that's that. So but anyway, I mean, she has that awesome levitation spell. The thing is, the levitation spell, she doesn't really have a hell lot of items right now. She has her blaster, which I don't know how she's carrying a blaster with 2 of her lightsabers. So, yeah. And the force pull is also nice. No, I think I will do it. I mean, we want to make progress, so I will reroll that die. I gain a +1. That's a 5. Now in total, and because she has a strength of 4. Oh no, she has a strength of 5 actually with her blaster, so that's better. So yeah, we have taken care of this stormtrooper here. Awesome. We will keep it as a future medal. The levitation is gone, and then we are moving back to Darth Maul. So let's see. That's a 5. He could also move to Takobo. I mean, it worked pretty well for Ahsoka. Or again, he could move to Jakku, buying some stuff. He's out of money, so I think it doesn't really matter. I mean, he could now spend at last destiny to reroll, but no, I think not. Let's move down here to Tarboka. We already know the drill. So let's simply roll the die again. And now here it is. jPlay die and a 6. No, 6 is not it. 2, lose a turn. I don't think he wants to spend another destiny just not to lose a turn. Yeah, okay. We will lay him down accordingly, and then again we are moving back to Ahsoka. I think we can roll the die right here. It's also 2. We could basically engage him now for the first time, but I'm not sure if that's something. Is it worth it? I mean, yeah, we could take the rope away, for example, or so, but I have my problems with PvP in Talisman actually. I typically only play when there is really something worth fighting for. So if you would be now really down to 2 health, 1 health, then yes, maybe that would be a good deal. But at this point in time, I mean, I believe she could really earn more by moving to an open space and simply draw a card. Yeah, let's do that. So that's 1 and 2. Let's draw our next card. Oh, General Hux. Also very interesting character during the Force Awakens, and then everything turns sideways. He would be a great ally or confidant. No, it's a guide actually. No, a guide will stay here. If she's not able to defeat him, Darth Maul still can go there to what? She has to get rid of him no matter what. Because that's such a powerful guide for Darth Maul. Are you kidding me? So let's totally try to fight him. But it's 5 versus 5, and she has still another Force skill card. Okay, maybe I could have moved to Darth Maul actually. Okay, I forgot her special, but I think it's still the better deal. I think that's still the better deal. And okay, that's 3 versus 3. Again, it's 5 versus 5. Her strength is 5 because of her blaster, right? So she could go for simply another, I think, yeah, let's do that. So she will spend one of her destiny tokens to reroll that die because it's only a 3, so she can definitely do better than that. And yes, that's a 5, that's better than 3. Okay, she was able to get rid of him. She will cash it in right away. Wow, she's doing extremely well. So this gives her an additional strength point, and now I will not forget her special ability. Whenever she's cashing in medals, she will get a destiny token. And what's really more important, she has taken this away from Darth Maul. I mean, that's really an insane ability. Of course, right now he's out of coin, but I think this would then have been the goal to go for. Amazing card. Okay, Darth Maul will simply stand up, which means it's her turn again. And that's a 1, the jPlay 1. So she could move to the asteroid field, and from the asteroid field she could move over and doesn't take a hit because Han Solo is her confidant. So maybe we do want to move into the middle region right now, or should we wait until we have at least 6 strength points or 6 will points or so? That's typically, you need some upgrades there. Things are getting a little bit more tough in the middle region. On the other hand, there are also cards that give you, or spaces that give you more cards, which is also different to Talisman, because there also in the outer region there are some spaces where you draw more than just 1 card. On the other hand, yeah, we could do the same pretty much here on Mandalore. If you are light aligned, help plan, okay, yeah, we can basically also move, but we can move through the asteroid field for free. So we would draw a card, I guess, anyway. And I think in this case, let's simply move closer to the X-Wing. So we are drawing another encounter card here on Mandalore. Supreme Leader Snoke, and I really saw this amazing YouTube video on this cool theory how Supreme Leader Snoke was done and not done in alternate timelines. Really amazing. But this one might be a little bit tough for Ahsoka, actually. Adversary will of an 8. She has a 4 and nothing to add to that other than her force ability, obviously. For Darth Maul would be a nice guide. Supreme Leader Snoke can teach you secrets of the Force. Roll a die on a roll 5 or 6, draw a 4 skill card. Not as powerful as General Hux, I would say, but still pretty good because you don't have to spend any money. But we have to fight him anyway. And do we even have a chance? If she rolls a 6 and they roll a 1, yeah, in this case we can win actually. This would be insane actually, but let's see. And no, that's not good enough. The thing is, he rolled 1, which means he has a total value of 9 only. So there is at least a chance we could get rid of him. And in this case, it might be really worth going for it. And the force pull is not the strongest thing. And the thing is, I wouldn't cash him in right now because I don't get any change. I need 5 will points to upgrade my will. So I would lose 3 of those 5. So here I would really rather wait. But we have to defeat him first. So I think we will. I mean, again, for me, it seems like cheating. But I will use the Force, the Destiny now, to reroll my die first. And that's a 5. Not enough. Not enough, I believe. That's a tie right now. Exactly. It's a tie. So at least we wouldn't lose anything. So I could stop here and say, that's fine. But we could also use the force pull now, or basically our ability to discard the force pull, to roll that again, and then with a 5 or a 6 we would be actually winning this fight. And here I'm really tempted to do so. So let's do that again. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, when I'm using a destiny token, if I have to stop, or the rules specifically say you cannot spend another destiny token to reroll that die again. And no, that's not enough. So I gambled and I lost. So now I'm out of force cards, so I cannot do that anyway. So she's losing a health, moving down to 3. Definitely cool. And then it's pretty much over to Darth Maul. He's not using his special power right now. I think he will simply roll the die and we'll see where he will land. That's also one. He could move down to Lothal, which is cool. He doesn't want to move to the X-Ring. He has a strength of 5, which isn't bad, but on Lothal, he could draw a 4. I think we will roll move down to Lothal again. So let's roll that die again, and that's a 1. You must be kidding me. Nothing happens. I really won't want to hold on to the last destiny token he has, even though you really can get a lot of stuff here. There's a 50% chance that you're getting something good out of here. So yeah, come on, let's do that. No, we will spend the destiny token. We will roll again, and that's a 4, which is at least a 4 skill card, which you can use to discard stuff. His will. Oh no! Ah, boy, he only has 3 will, so he's not allowed to draw an extra card actually. That was bad. Didn't think about that. She has a will of 4. She can hold, I believe, now 2 4 skill cards. That's bad. But okay, we have to live with it. We are rolling for Ahsoka. That's a 2. I think now we will move over to Darth Maul. We will not encounter him here. We will simply use our special ability to get ourselves a 4 skill card. And this is the one I show you. Oh, Force Heal. This sounds good. Use as required on any character, return them to full health. I mean, yeah, that's obviously amazing. Should we do it right now? Or I think I wait until I lost at least 1 more health or so. So we are in a good shape. And maybe if we come to a desperate position, then I might really want to use it for the reroll. We are not fighting Darth Maul. We are encountering the space down on Lothal. Because again, a lot of cool things can happen there. Oh, this was a 6! This was a 6. It turned sideways. Yeah, I think she will definitely also spend a destiny token. And that's a 6. Awesome. What's good is coming back. Gain 1 strength. Amazing. So I guess now we will consider moving into the inner region slowly but steadily. Keep in mind we have to fight the Emperor with a will check. And this is again also a little bit different to the standard Talisman, because typically you have 2 tracks in the inner region. The one is more of the will track, the other one is more of the strength track. In this case, when you land at the Citadel space, you have to do it with will. And maybe that's the reason why they're all force sensitive characters here. I don't know. But again, she gets a destiny token back, and that's really amazing. So not sure if maybe she's a little bit overpowered. She's definitely in a great shape, obviously. But I think just to make things interesting, I will start moving her closer to the inner region as of the next turn. But of course, I have to go through the asteroid field. Or Mandalore, of course. Then it's Darth Maul, and that's a 5. Again, there's another asteroid field up there, and there's the TIE Bomber. Okay, I think, yeah, absolutely. That's really not a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will move over here to Coruscant. It's a confident. It's for his alignment, which means he will take this TIE Bomber as a confident. Imagine Darth Maul flying in a TIE Bomber. Whenever you have a standoff in a battle, you win that battle instead. I mean, that's really amazing. So he will take that confidence, and there is no limit in respect to how many confidence you can have. Only the object is something. And then we are checking the space. If there are no cards here at the end of your turn, you may gain 1 health or draw a 4 skill card. He's already maxed out in respect to 4 skill cards, so I think for him it's definitely a health point. Okay, now I feel he's doing some progress too. Awesome. So let's see. Ahsoka, she rolls for her movement. She could fight the dewback up there, which would give her some more strength medals, and then she could level up again. That's tempting. On the other hand, she could move right to the asteroid field, but this dewback, I think, is really tempting. Let's do that. So she's moving 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Has a strength of 3. We have a strength of 200 now. No, it's a 7 actually, with the plaster. And yeah, doesn't really matter. It's 2 6s, but that's definitely more than enough to take out that dewback. And I believe now I caught something actually. I think that's bad. I think she got at least one of her upgrades here, not through metal cash-in, but from spaces. Yeah, at least 1. So I will take 1 away from her for sure, because that was the space on, I think it was Lothal where she gained 1. And I believe she also gained 1 in Takobo. think she gained a strength and a 4th skill card there. And I believe I gave her a destiny there too. I think she should be down on 0 actually. So now I think it's really not that overpowered, because she only gets it when she's actively exchanging metals. The thing is, she would do that right now, because that's a strength. Of course, we are losing 1 strength point, but I think that's still fine. 1 is okay. We are discarding both of those, which means she gets yet another strength point, moving to 7, and now she will gain her destiny token. Again, we might have run into a situation where maybe she wouldn't have a destiny token when I used it or so, because I misinterpreted the rule. But yeah, I will not take it back. Maybe if I catch something doing editing, I will then punish her during the next round or so, next video or so. Let's see about that. But again, it's right now, it's her versus Darth Maul, though it's not me versus an actual human player or the AI or so. So no real harm was done. We all want Ahsoka to succeed, don't we? Then it's over to Darth Maul, and that's a 4. Again, moving to Tatooine, which is cool. I think Tatooine might be the best bet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, to Hoth. When you arrive at here, battle a Wampa, strength 4. If you win, gain 1 destiny token. That's not bad. His strength is 5. On the other hand, on Tatooine, he could really get a will point, and I think that might be the way to go. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have to draw a card still, because nothing is here. Oh yeah, absolutely, it's an object. And I really had to check that I was drawing from the right pile. That's the first object we are seeing here. When you draw 1 or more encounter card, you may discard 1, resolving it, and draw another. You may discard the quadnoculars to evade any attacking character or adversary. That's actually pretty helpful. Yeah, absolutely. We will take that. That's cool. Cool find for Darth Maul. And then it's Ahsoka, who is doing extremely well, independent of my cheating. And that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we could move to Tatooine. And now I'm really tempted to fight Darth Maul, actually, for the quadnocular. So this is now something which I say I would allow that. But what's up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go to Chantrila. Here you may spend any number of destiny tokens to reroll battle rolls. Okay. But here we would gain another. Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Moving to Darth Maul, she gets 1 4 skill card right off the bat, which is not bad. Okay, that's a card she cannot use. The Mind Probe, we know this one already. It's Dark Aligned, but she can still use it for her reroll ability. And again, she could still consider engaging that space, but she really wants that object. I think that's a pretty powerful thing to have. So yeah, she has a strength of 8 with her blaster, and he only has a strength of 5. And in this case, she's the active player, so she will use my jPlay die here. So again, it's 8 versus 5. Yeah. I mean, that's good enough, actually. Obviously, I mean, that's 9 plus 7. So he could now decide to roll. They could both now decide to reroll. But she would have to make that call before him. The thing is, he's out of his destiny tokens, right? So there is no point. Of course, he could have, let's say, a 4 skill card. But I think in this case, she feels kind of confident. Yeah, I think so. No, she will not reroll. Darth Maul is not playing anything. She can now make the call if he wants to make him lose a life. Or I think in this case, yeah, the plan was clear. She wanted these quadnoculars, taking it away from him. And then I will really stop doing this. Of course, now again, Darth Maul may have a point going after her, for example. But yeah, in this case, I think I will not have her now go after him again, because there are definitely more important things to do for her. But then let's roll the die accordingly for Darth Maul. This was really a blow, and like in Talisman 4th edition, these attacks only happen, these battles always happen with strength, unless there is a character ability or so. So it's really not looking good for him. But okay, I will take it. That's a 6. Now he's rolling the 6, of course. He could go after Hondo Onaka, which is, I think that's actually a very cool target. So he's moving here to Hondo. Hondo has a strength of 4. He has a strength of 5. Yep, that's the thing. We are rolling. And again, he could, I think, should be able to cash it in. I think this would be a waste, I guess. But still, it's a good target. Yes, that's good enough. Or was shocked for a second. No, he was able to take out Hondo. He has now a combined medal rating of 8. But again, you can cash in both of those. But again, you don't get any change. So he's losing 3 medal points. And with 2 more, I think he could do much better. And or if it's 3 more, then he could trade all of those in for 2 strength points. And I think this is what he's at least hoping for. Back to Ahsoka. And I think she wants to either get the X-Wing here or really moving towards the asteroid field. I think that's now our immediate plan. And that's a 3, so she will move 1, 2, 3. Amazing! She will get the X-Wing, but Darth Maul says not so fast. Because he will use his Force Energy Transfer. Use on a character or on an encounter card on the board at any time. That's now any time. If used on an encounter card, it cannot be encountered this turn. Take an extra turn at the end of your next turn. So very, very cool for him. So she will not be able to encounter that X-Wing there. And in this case, she will not take it as an ally or confidant. Awesome, awesome job. And Darth Maul will now take 2 turns in a row, which is pretty cool. So basically retaliating to some extent at least. Okay, let's roll a die. That's a 1. That's Geonosis or Ryloth. If you're Dark Aligned, lose 1 health. Let's not do that. Let's move to Geonosis. And we will draw an encounter card there. And here, wow, a training lightsaber. So it seems Ahsoka has another reason to go after him, actually. Add 1 strength and 1 to your will while he's carrying that. That's bad news. Really bad news for you. But yeah, for now, he will totally take it. So now I'm really tempted to consider maybe spending in those medals just to give him a chance. Right now, she's in the lead by 3. Of course, now he made the gap much closer, but it's still not great. But he still has a turn. We can still do that, and maybe we can do something. That was definitely very helpful. So let's see. He will roll for his move, and that's a 4. He can move to Mustafar. This must be good for a Dark Aligned character, don't you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, or to the asteroid field. What's up there in Mustafar? That's kind of the opposite to Ryloth. So if a light aligned character goes there, they would lose a health. But we could roll a die. We could be disoriented, getting a toad pretty much in the terms of Talisman Star Wars. We could discard a 4 skill card, which we don't have, so that's not the worst thing in the world. And we could gain 1 strength. Yeah, I think let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's take a chance here. The 1 would be really bad, actually. Don't roll a 1. Let's simply don't roll a 1. And that's a 2. Okay, oof. Surprisingly close. Discard a 4 skill card, which we don't have, so it's pretty much like nothing happens. I don't have any rerolls, and I'm not sure if I would spend it on this one here, because then again I wouldn't be allowed to reroll again, and getting disoriented would also make me lose all of my items, for example, and that's typically not a good thing. Right now he feels kind of confident that Ahsoka will not be able to reach him, so I think he's not basically spending those 2 cards for the medals. So let's simply roll for Ahsoka's turn. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She could move back to Supreme Leader Snoke. The thing is, she didn't really improve much on her will. So maybe that's not the best thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. She could move to Kiros, which is good. I think Kiros was okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think this is really something where you can only gain stuff, actually. There's nothing terrible to happen there. It's a cool space. And she still has a galactic credit. And that's an 8. What does an 8 do? Nothing. And yeah, she could move to a 9, which is also nothing. The 7 is nothing. Okay, it's simply nothing. I think she will not spend her destiny token here, a final one, to re-roll energy. But she would be allowed to only roll 1 die, actually. So she will hold on to the 6, and she still has a card. No, let's do that. Come on. So she will spend a destiny, which she maybe didn't even have. I hope this was a 6. But she will roll that 1 die again. And that's an 11. Awesome. What's the 11? Gain 1 strength. Are you kidding me? But I think she could also spend a coin to gain 1 strength and take an extra turn. But I think, let's hold on to the gold coin. I think this extra strength is pretty amazing already. Yeah, she really has to make the run towards the inner region relatively quickly. Back to Darth Maul. I think he wants to stay away from Ahsoka as much as he can, but let's see about the roll. That's a 5 down here to the open space. Dathomir doesn't really help him either, so I think, yeah, let's move down here to the open space. We are drawing our next... Wow, another object. I really shuffled the hell out of these cards. And here we have the grappling hood, which we could trade in for a coaxium vial. Isn't that from the Solo movie? I think so. I think so. And add 1 to your strength during battle. And I think this goes in addition to the blast. I think here there's no restriction on how many objects you can use, only the carrying limit. So it's definitely cool. I mean, we will take it anyway, but definitely not the main priority for Ahsoka. And I really think she needs to move to an asteroid field now. But the thing is, she really also needs to level up her will, because again, the final battle is a will battle, and also those inner paths here are also mixed and matched, which is, I think, I like that to balance things out, that basically a character who really gets lucky like her and is bumping up her strength like crazy, she still has to deal with the other ability of her other attributes. So I think I like that actually. It's also kind of in Talisman 4th edition, but here really as someone who's really very strong can pretty much make it one way or the other. Okay, Sereno or the open space. I think let's move her closer to the X-Ring. Right now Darth Maul doesn't have any extra cards, so I think that's fine. We will draw a card. That's a Jedi Temple, which is obviously a place, and discover the secrets of the Jedi. Roll a die. I think everyone can go there actually, so that's cool. That's a neutral thing. So let's roll her die. And that's a 4. Draw a 4 skill card, which she can't do actually. And you cannot just discard your cards like in Talisman. There is no way to say, I will ditch now this card here and draw another one. That's the same thing here. So yeah, that's pretty much nothing. So I guess we are moving back to Darth Maul, and I think then I will also call it for today, because I'm pretty sure I messed up a lot of things today, and this gives me some more room to correct things, if need be. So let's see about that. That's a 3, 1, 2, 3. He could move to an asteroid field, or he could move to the asteroid field. Doesn't really matter. I think moving down here is... I think it really doesn't matter, does it? On the other hand, he could move towards Supreme Leader Snoke. No, let's do that. 1, 2, and 3 to the asteroid field. So we are drawing our next... Oh, a porg. I think the only cute thing that came out of The Last Jedi. A pork sits in your path, defending its territory. Adversary strength of 1, and the 1 is just not good enough. You must be kidding me. Couldn't that be a 2? I don't know, a mighty pork or so. Okay, he has a strength of... Now, what is it? Yeah, I think he basically has 1, 5... 6, 7 actually. So he's in a relatively good shape here. And I think 7 versus 1 doesn't actually help, huh? Right, so I think we don't have to roll the die here. So the pork is no more. And didn't Chewie eat 1? I don't know. We will take this piece. That brings us to 9 strength points in total in respect to our medals. That's really a bummer. But yeah, nothing I can do about it, I guess. Yeah, even Organa was a strength character. Interesting. Okay, I have to live with that. And I think, but still, Darth Maul is not in a really bad shape. I mean, yes, Ahsoka is in the lead, but Darth Maul is no longer easy prey for her. I think right now they are pretty even in respect to his ability. So maybe, she's not going after him. Now maybe he has a reason going after her and get her quadnoculars back, which is pretty powerful actually. And I believe I forgot to use it. No, I think the Jedi Temple was nice actually. Again, as mentioned, I will stop here for today. Definitely keep your comments coming, and again, apologies for some of the not really rules goof, but things I misinterpret or simply forget, like or Ahsoka's ability here. I'm pretty sure I may have given her one reroll too many or so, but again, ultimately it doesn't really matter too much. I'm really a little bit more concerned about her special ability with that reroll, but maybe sooner or later we will find out how things are supposed to be. Again, a huge shout out to all of my patrons out there. Really do appreciate all your support. Hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and yeah, until then, bye bye.